Welcome back to another Terrier Talk. Today with us is Diane Hauserman, the new Assistant Principal for Faculty Instruction. She has been in the social studies department teaching for 21 years and 10 of those years as the chairperson. So we welcome her to administration. And we just want to learn more about what she does on an everyday basis. So Diane, I know that you have been involved with Student Congress and speech and debate for many years, but talk about your role as chair of social studies, teaching in social studies department as well, and then fill in some gaps here that I may have missed.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Pat. Honestly, my journey at Prep began when I was a student. So in the late 90s, early 2000s, when I was a student at Prep, I really got that foundation of leadership and serving my community, which then when I went on to St. Francis College, really helped me to help actually create the adolescence education major, which then I graduated from. And then that passion that I had for history and my students, I was able to go to Queens College to get my first master's degree to become an expert in that history field. But I knew I wanted to do something more. So then I decided that I was going to go to school to get a second master's in school building leadership at St. John's. And St. John's University was fantastic because not only did they teach me to be a school leader, but to be a Catholic school leader. And I think that is so incredibly valuable because a Catholic school leader doesn't just focus on academics. They don't just focus on the data. They really focus on the whole student. And we at St. Francis, we really look at those four golden links, right? Intellectual, spiritual, social, and physical. And that is what I felt I really was able to get from my St. John's experience. And that helped me immensely when I became chairperson of the social studies department about 10 years into my career here. Because when I became social studies chair, my goal was really to build a department that created best practices and really focused on creating a student that was well-rounded and could really become this incredible global citizen once they left our walls here at St. Francis. And during my 10 years as social studies chair, I was really able to foster and create collaborative relationships. And that is really something that I want to continue doing as well. And the group of educators in the social studies department, just like all the educators at St. Francis Prep, really deeply care for their students, both academically as well as socially. And we created those relationships between our students as well. And another thing that I really wanted to focus on within the social studies department is helping our students think critically, because that is really where the world is going. We can Google anything we want. It's helping kids to learn, to think. Right. And that actually encouraged me, and looking into how we teach kids to think encouraged me to pursue my doctorate in curriculum and instruction, where I'm focusing a lot of my research on inquiry-based learning at the high school level. And it's so important for students to take ownership of their learning, because that's the only way that they own it and it grows in value and it really has a lasting impact on them. And we're all lifelong learners, and that's something that I want to instill not only in my students, but also in the teachers, the faculty, the staff here, and myself. We should always be striving to learn new methods, new pedagogy, new curriculum, and bringing that into our classrooms so our students are thriving even more. And all of that is really what led me to apply to be Assistant Principal of Faculty Instruction. I was very happy with creating a collaborative environment in the Social Studies Department, and I wanted to bring that to a larger scale. I wanted to focus more on teacher and student growth outside of the Social Studies Department as well, and I feel like with my new role, I can definitely impact a lot more students and teachers in that way.
You talked about continuing to learn and going back to school and getting your doctorate. And once we stop learning, we start losing part of ourselves as well. And you've done such a great job in the social studies department with those teachers and students. But you asked me if you continue to teach as well.
I did.
And you're still doing that. Talk about that a little bit.
I did, absolutely. So that is one of the fantastic things about the administration here at Prep, that we all are able to teach at least one class. And I am teaching AP World History 1, so I have a new group of freshmen that comes in every single year, and I wanted to continue to have that bond with them and see them grow through the course of 4 years. and also still be in tune with what's happening in the classroom. And I think that's a valuable aspect of being an administrator. A lot of times administrators close the door and they don't see what's going on in the halls or the classrooms or up to date in pedagogy. But I feel like being connected and teaching this one class really allows me to see what's going on in the trenches, the so-called trenches, and builds a different relationship with the teachers as well as with parents, because I can also vouch of what is going on with our students and what are our students' needs really, because I see them on a daily basis.
Yeah. One of the questions I asked you in the interview was to talk about how you would be a model of our school mission statement as well. And you have. You're out and about, you're meeting students on a daily basis, you're interacting with faculty and parents, so it's been a wonderful experience so far from my end to see that growth in you over the first few months in the job, so good job.
Thank you very much.
So I appreciate the work that Ms. Hausman has done so far in social studies, and I look forward to working with her closely as we move forward in administration as well. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Mrs. Hausman and have a better understanding of her role in our school administration and in helping things run smoothly here at the Prep. As we get closer now to Thanksgiving, I'd like to thank all of you, students, parents, faculty, and staff, for your contributions to our annual Thanksgiving food drive. Your support really makes a difference to so many who are in need of food assistance here in New York City. And thank you, students, for your participation in Gratitude is an Attitude Week. Depending on when you see this, there may still be time to contribute to the drive and participate in the week ending on Friday, November 21st. I wish all of you and your loved ones a very happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you on the next Terrier Talk. God bless.